fashionistas. I'm doing the I Love Spring tag today, and without any further ado, let's just jump into it. First question is your favorite nail polish. So I have two. One is by Perfect Cheek, and it's what's it called? Pistachio, sweet pistachio, 407, and it's this really cool mint. It has some shimmers into it. I'll post a link to a picture, maybe on my Instagram. And the other one I do have on my Instagram already, and it's Color Club. It's sweet. It's Angel Kiss. I really like mint for this current season, but this is a holographic color, and it has like, you know, when you look at it, you can see kind of glimmers of mint. So that's why I really like this, because it's mint without screaming mint. What's your favorite lip color for this season? I'd have to say natural pink, something that kind of gives a little bit of shine to your colors. It gives a little bit of shine to your lips. I just recently discovered this as I was doing this makeup tutorial, and I'll post the link to it right here. This is Blush by NYX. It's 591A, and it's from their Basically Simple lipsticks, and it's this gorgeous pink that came off a little bit matte, so I added some lip gloss to it sometimes, but as you can see, it's just a very natural kind of pink. And the other color that I really like is actually by Bourjois, and it's the fuchsia color, because I feel that those colors really symbolize something about spring and renewal, and you know, all the birdies are chasing them, you know, they're chasing each other and stuff like that, because it really is the season where it's all about wooing and getting together and couples and all about the circle of life. And there's something very young and fresh and fertile about gentle pink colors on your face. It just screams something very natural. Show us your favorite spring dress. Well, my dress is from a brand called Renoual. It's an Israeli brand, so I don't know if you're going to be able to get a hold of these. This is a dress that I got actually, like, I think almost 2 months ago. But I saw, oh, it's backwards, but I saw it and I was absolutely fascinated by it. It's a beige undertone. And you can see that it has all these flowers and just a little bit of red and mostly blues, and the background is beige. But one of my favorite features about this is actually that within the pattern, you can see that it has like these little birdies. And I really like that. I really like that feature. And a flattering dress, all in all. So I really liked it. And it wasn't too expensive. I think it turns out to be like, ooh, I don't know, $75.
What is your favorite flower?
I'm a real sucker for, I think they're called dragon, what are they called? Dragon snaps? I'll put the name here. I just can't seem to remember. You know, the ones that are really tall and they're actually made up from a bunch of different flowers, and they come in all these various colors. And I really like that. I've always really liked it because it's actually a big flower with a lot of, you know, you really notice it, and it comes with all these different colors, and I love things that come in colors. The other flower that I've always really liked is calla lilies. It's just a very unique kind of looking flower. It's not like your standard 5-petal, 4-petal, or a bunch of petals. So I really like those two. Not together, I think. I don't think they would work nicely together. But those are my favorite flowers. What is your favorite accessory for spring? Well, I've shown these on one of my hauls, but it's basically these two necklaces. I've also worn these already. They both came from eBay. The first one is this gold-based, white, dark mint, and cream-colored statement necklace. Oh no, like, I'm really into statement necklaces this spring, and this is the first time I've ever gotten something this, you know, with this much presence. And the other one is just a classic J. Crew style bubble mint, I said bubble 3 times, right? Necklace. It's just really simple and it's minty, and I really like mint this season, so yeah. What is your favorite spring trends? Well, I've been writing these series of articles that have to do with the trends for this spring and summer. And the first trend that I really like that really fits spring for me is the whole pastel in general, but really, really, really the mint color. I really like the mint color. Like, I already got a maxi chiffon skirt, and I have a hat that color, and I have pants that color, and I got a tank top that color, and I think I have 2 different colored blazers. One of them is more of a official blazer, even though the fabric's almost like tweed-like, and the other one is like this very flowy kind of loose top, like loose blazer, I guess you would call it. I don't have a dress that color. I do have like a shoe from last summer that turns out to be mint, so I'm all set for that. And the other trend that I really like that I think I'm going to be really rocking it during the summer is the all white trend. I've always really liked the all-white look, and this season the designers really took it to a new level in showing you how you can pull off the whole white look without, what's the word I'm looking for? Without looking like a bride, basically. So I really like that, and I can't wait to pull it off. I actually have this gorgeous little black dress that I also have a little white dress version of it, and I think that that's basically how I'm gonna play it off. I also have a lace cream lace kind of skater dress, and I think that's also gonna work in that particular color. So really, the other trends are not really too appealing to me. I'm not gonna wear things that are, you know, crop tops, because I don't really, you know, I don't think my stomach should be sticking out. I've never been a fan of that. And I don't like the cutouts, because if you're overweight, it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look aesthetic. And what's the other trends? There's several trends that I really didn't like. Oh, the combo pattern. Like, you can really see some shoes. Nine West really went for it, and they have several shoes that show this off. I don't like that. Stick to one pattern, or stick to like a combo of patterns, like, you know, like a bottom that has little polka dots, and then the top has large polka dots. Okay, that's great. That's a great look. But having one that had like these paisleys and greens and blue, and then putting next to it something that's red and it's completely, I don't know, floral crazy, it just doesn't work together. I don't like that. And there's a few other trends that I really didn't like this summer, but you know, as always, fashion, you can always pick what works for you. You don't have to stick to what doesn't work for you. Favorite spring candle. Okay, so I'm a big sucker. I just picked up some candles recently, and until they burn out, I'm not going to get any, because that's my rule. I just picked up several candles from IKEA, actually. I picked up the apple scent, because I always have an IKEA apple scent candle, and I picked up several of these, and I also picked up one vanilla one, and this is a really good vanilla one. I just wish it was stronger when you burned it, but this is great. I really like it's like this sweet baking kind of vanilla. Not like the vanilla extract, but something that has vanilla, like vanilla cookies maybe. Sorry, or maybe like good ice cream. Oh yeah. That smells like iced vanilla. Good Italian vanilla ice cream. That's what that smells like. Anyways, these work really well together, actually. So I lit like 2 apple ones and the 1 vanilla one that I have in my room. And you need more than one in order for the entire room to be affected by the candle. Favorite body perfume splash, whatever, body spray. This is my favorite perfume for years. It's actually been my first ever real perfume. And it's not expensive at all, and I really liked it because it was just young and fresh and didn't feel too overpower. And I just recently got a new bottle, so this is almost gone, so I'll open my new one very shortly. But I'm also looking into other scents lately, although I stick to like one brand of perfume a lot of times, and I've been using Angel by Terry Mugler? How would you pronounce it in English? I'm quite sure. And I've recently like ventured out into Alien. And I also have Wish, and I have this, which is the Naomi Campbell one. And it's just a very light scent. The only problem with it is it does wear out fairly quickly, so you have to kind of renew it throughout the day. But that's okay. What is spring like where you live? Well, okay. In Israel, there's only really 2 seasons. There's winter for about 3 seasons, and there's... okay, so in Israel, the weather is really not interesting. It's really like 2 seasons. The winter is like 3 months long, and then 8 months long are summer, or almost. And then 1 month is crazy that spreads out throughout the year. Only this year, crazy decided to take 2 months, and it's right now. And it's like 1 day cold, 1 day hot, 1 day summer, 1 day winter, 1 day... It's like, it's not like it's a little bit warmer, but it's just like this really, you know, the fluctuation between each day is like really weird. It's usually like temperatures start going up, and then in the evening it's kind of slightly cool and maybe even cold. But right now it's just cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot. It's like this really weird weather. I mean, global warming has to
What
do
is your
something
favorite
with
thing
this.
about spring?
I think spring really, well, I think the smell in the air, and together with the smell after rain at night, that's like my favorite smells of nature, I guess you would say. And there's something really fresh, and everybody tends to like start socializing and going out, and that's together with all the, you know, the flowers are blooming and nothing's dried out quite yet. And also, like on my fibromyalgia side, it's that part of the year, and every fibromyalgist knows this. It's winter is not a good season if you have fibromyalgia, because once you're cold, you're really cold. I mean, you take everything to extremes, so cold is always taken to the extreme, and it literally hurts, and you're so off balance, and you don't feel good most of the time. It's just a really, really bad time to, you know, it's just a really not a very good time of the year. And summer is around the corner, and spring is when you start picking up, and maybe you can start actually getting things accomplished. I mean, as much as you're ever going to get things accomplished, but it's just a very, it's an I think what, all in all, spring kind of makes me feel very optimist and happy and full of life and even energized to a certain extent. So I really like spring because it's a very sane time of the year. I'm also one of those people who are incredibly miserable when it's hot. And yeah, I chose a horrible place to live for somebody who's always hot. And when it's cold, I really, really, really hate cold. And this is just the time of year where the weather is, even if it's cold one day and hot one day, which it is, it's just a wonderful time of the year because I am comfortable. I think that's the best thing about this. Are you a spring cleaner? So I know that some people who watch this might know this, but around spring, there's a holiday called Passover and Jewish tradition, and as part of Passover, you're supposed to clean and remove everything that's considered chametz, and that means anything that's flour-based that's risen. It's very you know, if you connect to this, you'll understand. If you don't worry about it. So anyways, what happens in the Israeli culture is that most people get into this absolute spring cleaning frenzy, and the truth is, you're only supposed to clean your house from like food objects, okay, so you really have to clean the kitchen, but the food isn't hiding in books, unless you have like little children, and then you have food in your keyholes and stuff like that, but otherwise, you know, and it's always kind of stupid because people always go into this frenzy of like cleaning their windows and stuff like that, but 2 days later, there's always like a sandstorm, so there's no point. Both me and my mom are kind of similar in this perspective, that around summer, when it's really actually finally gotten hot and doesn't fluctuate anymore, we both kind of go into this like rearranging stuff and putting things away and redoing something, or maybe getting new furniture or stuff like that. We're both very similar in that perspective. So I'm not a spring cleaner, but I am a summer cleaner, if such a thing exists. Plans for spring break and or an upcoming vacation. No, not really, because after Passover kind of has a short vacation, about a week and a half of it, and I mostly was just focusing on spending time with my family, and my sister was here, and my sister's due, and she's just, you know, you have to keep her company, and you have to keep her busy, and keep her mind off of it, but my sister was here, my brother was here for a certain period of time. My niece always keeps me incredibly busy. She's almost 3 years old. And right after Passover, you start getting to, you know, getting the overload at school. So no vacations planned here. So that was it. That was my I Love Spring tag. If you're watching this and you want to do this too, I tag you to do this spring tag. Bye, girls.